So I'm glad that you all came today, and now you know a little bit about christening. And, so today we have one of the reasons why the people are here from Bremerton, Washington, was that their submarine veterans base is the sponsor of our submarine. Okay, and the sponsor of the submarine, there's whenever there's a christening of a ship, there's a sponsor, and the sponsor is a person that basically, in some respects, they call him the godfather or the godmother, right? So their job is basically to, of course, christen the vessel, but then they also kind of remain a part of that vessel for the entirety of its service. And so one of the sponsor's jobs is to see to the welfare of the crew and the welfare of the vessel. And they generally keep in touch with the commanding officer over the years, and different commanding officers. And sometimes they go down and visit the crew. Now, how are we going to do that if Bremerton is the sponsor, right? It's not actually an individual. But the reason why Bremerton and why the base is the sponsor is because when we decided to do this, we're a really small group here. And one of the things that we decided to do was to put out to the other sub-vets bases in our district to ask if they could chip in a little donation to help us build the submarine. We estimated that it'd be about $4,000 at the time. So a couple weeks after we sent that out, I got a phone call from the Bremerton sub-vets base commander, and she informed me that they had decided to give us the whole $4,000 that we were trying to raise. So it was only appropriate that they would be the sponsors. So that's why their base commander is here today to christen our submarine. So they came a long way, and we appreciate you guys coming. So before we get on with the christening, Jim, would you like to come and say anything? So I invited Jim DeMott, who's our Western District 4 commander, to come and say a few things to all of you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Always like the opportunity to talk, especially with my friends and the submarine veterans and all you people here. I want to reiterate what was said. Good morning to everybody and welcome, and thank you for coming out for this event. This is truly a special event today, and I'm glad to see all the people here and those from my primary base of Bremerton who came down. Glad to see such a good turnout. As Rick said, my name is Jim DeMott, and I'm currently serving USSVI, the United States Submarine Veterans, as the district commander for Western District 4. Our district consists of Oregon, Western Washington, and Alaska. Like I said, it is truly an honor and a privilege to be here today. Kind of like Rick said, this is the project that came about, I know as well, easily 2 years, maybe a year and a half ago that it started, that I know of. And it's a project that started out as a conversation, a thought that somebody had, and maybe a good idea. The problem with good ideas, sometimes that's all they ever are good ideas. And a couple years later, someone will say, well, what about this? That's a great idea. Why didn't you ever do that? I don't know. We didn't have money. We didn't have this. Well, that wasn't the case with the Central Oregon base. They had this good idea, and they acted on it, and they went into action. When they needed help, they asked for help, and they got the work done. And as a result, they had this beautiful float that was ready, and really from the time they started actually putting the thing together, less than a year. And it was able to go into the Veterans Day parade in Redmond last year. And to look at it, and like Rick mentioned, the comments that were made from people in watching the parade, it's truly a beautiful thing. Switch my cheat sheet. So the other thing about it, though, is this is not just a parade float. This is also a symbol that you, people in the community here in Redmond, Bend, and the Central Oregon community, have submariners living right here in your community. Men and women who have gone to sea on submarines and served their country. And this is a reminder of those people, and also a reminder of those people who served our country and are now no longer with us. And when this is seen, whether it be in a static display like today or in a parade, you can remember about those brave men and women. And then the other thing that it reminds us about too, and Rick mentioned it too, is that this symbol also is a way that we as American submariners can carry out our creed, which is to perpetuate the memory of our shipmates who gave their lives in the pursuit of their duties while serving their country. That their dedication, deeds, and supreme sacrifice be a constant source of motivations to greater accomplishments. Pledge loyalty and patriotism to the United States of America and its Constitution. This is very much an important day because even though this work was done and it was in the parade in November, having an opportunity to come together and having a special day to christen this and say, hey, this is it, it means a lot to, and for all the work that was put into this, there should be a special day to recognize it too. I can't say enough how much when I was asked, and what an honor it is to be here and to be a part of this. And I hope to be invited for some more parades down here. I was in the parade in November, and what a great turnout. And your submarine veterans here in the Central Oregon base are doing a great job. And so they deserve all the support they can get because it's a great group of people. And I will throw this side note in too. A few years back, when I first met some of these people from the Central Oregon submarine base here, there was 4 of them, and they were talking about closing the meeting down, closing the group down. And to see where they've grown today, and to put on an event like this and have a float like this, it means a lot, and it shows a lot to the integrity and the dedication that submariners have. Rick, thank you, and Central Oregon Base, thank you for inviting me and letting me be a part of this.
All right.